Guys, what's up? Welcome to my video. So this video is going to be me explaining a lot of things, but it's going to be kind of about Michael Jackson and Dave Chappelle's joke about Michael Jackson and him being a child molester and stuff. So I've been posting a lot of stuff on videos, giving my opinions on, what I've been seeing as far as a lot of people, and when I say a lot of people, I mean a lot of black people are just hypocrites these days, particularly when it comes to, people who are black and who are being, as they think, prosecuted, but essentially they're being brought to justice. But here's the thing, all right? First of all, Dave Chappelle's joke about Michael Jackson, that joke was more of a message. He's like telling the masses, the retarded masses, most of them black, those, a lot of his audience is black. He's telling them, he's not actually just making a joke, all right? The guy's sending a message telling you guys, Mike's okay, all right? If you like on the fence about stuff, don't be hating Michael Jackson, all these white people are trying to get his money and stuff like that, even though he's dead. I don't think he was a child molester, but if you think about it, Dave would not be leaving his kids with Mike, all right? You guys wouldn't be leaving your kids with Mike. Well, some of you probably would for like a couple $100,000. Some of you nasty bastards, black, white. Otherwise, whoever would probably leave a kid with him. But you know what I mean, if he was still alive, all right? So I'm like, I've put posts up, and I'm like, you know what? A lot of these people are actually saying that, there's not enough proof that Mike actually molested the kids. Mike's a good person. Why are they're only doing this because they don't like the fact that some black guy is, reached that pinnacle of fame where people are jealous of him. They want his money. People who are leeching off of him want to leech off his legacy and stuff like that. They don't want a black person to have a legacy that encompasses outside of that black realm. But I'm like, okay, Mike hasn't been black for a long time, all right? Since the 80s, since that bad music video where he turned white. Right before that, Mike hasn't been black in a long while, right? So the two kids he adopted were white kids, all right? He never really had this, he never actually embraced black people. And the only black people he knew, his dad actually tortured him. It's a black dude who tortured him, all right? Mike liked everybody who wasn't black. Let's be honest, guys. All right, you guys don't lie to yourselves about that. All right, Mike isn't. I mean, a lot of people say, he has that skin disease, alopecia, whatever that's called. I think I'm pronouncing it wrong, but they're like, Mike has a skin disease. He didn't bleach his skin. I'm like, okay, but what about his face though? I mean, he transformed his face into a white woman's face. So if you think about, he actually went and had surgery to change his face into a white woman's face from a black guy. If he was going to do that, I'm pretty sure he's going to be bleaching his skin, man. He's not going to keep his black skin while, just carving his face up into a white woman's face. Come on, think about that. You don't lie to yourselves about that. All you guys out there, there's proof. There's proof. You can make a pretty good argument about him not really having a skin disease, and all these people, all these doctors telling him that he had a skin disease. Let's be serious. The two kids he adopted were white. Oh, come on. Let's be serious about that. Has he really been a black person in a long ass while? You guys just lying to yourselves, just lying to yourselves. But let's get back to that Mike, that joke with Dave Chappelle and his joke with Michael Jackson and his accusers. So basically, I was like, a lot of posts I put up, like, well, you guys are defending Michael Jackson, right? You guys are defending him, saying that these his accusers are just money grubbing people, but his nanny came out and said he had a room filled with, like, a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff for that proves that he has a fascination with a certain kind of porn. But anyway, my argument was, and I've posted this a couple of times, if Michael Jackson was a white dude, all right, and those kids he molested were black, you guys would just be absolutely going off on him. This white devil, that's all they do. They have a history of this stuff. They're not only are they serial killers, but they're child molesters, etc., etc. You guys would not be defending this person, all right? All right, and then I get these responses from these idiots like, what are you talking about? Why do you have the caps lock on? You guys are not responding to making an argument against me. All you doing is you guys are trying to bash me to invalidate my argument. That's not the way you argue things, all right? You're pretty much just validating my argument if you're gonna go that route, okay? Because you guys are that stupid, all right? You guys are that delusional, all right? Like, if you're gonna defend Mike because he's black and you're black, just be honest about it, all right? Just be honest about it. Like, just say, I'm black, Mike's black, I'm going to defend a dude because blah, blah, blah. Okay, don't just go on and say, what, there's not enough proof. There's, people are making up stuff. There's enough proof, guys. There's enough proof. And Dave Chappelle, that whole entire show he did, Sticks and Stones, I've always said he should have called it People in Glass Houses Shouldn't Throw Stones. No. He should have called it People in Glass Houses Throwing Stones. Because that's essentially what he's doing. All right. So just to give you guys a little bit of detail about me, because I know you guys want to know, what I am, who I am, what my community is, etc., etc., for no other reason but to bash that, so that you guys wouldn't have to make an argument, you guys wouldn't have to make a rebuttal, you guys wouldn't have to make a comeback, all right? Don't try to kill the messenger, guys. Don't try to kill the messenger, okay? First of all, doesn't matter who I am. Second of all, I consider myself a realist. I consider myself being as fair as I can towards any viewpoint. I don't consider myself a Democrat. I don't consider myself a Republican. I don't consider myself a pro or against trans, LGBT, women's rights groups, Latino groups, Muslims, Asians. I don't consider myself any of that. I consider myself a human being who will try to look at things as fair as possible, okay? Now, you got these conservatives and these other black conservatives. They're a bunch of jokers, okay, who think that what they're doing is actually countering the unfairness of the social justice warrior movement. What they're doing is they're being hypocrites about it, okay? All right, these people are the real snowflakes. It's not the social justice warriors. It's these people, the conservatives and the black conservatives, these morons who think that they're being real about stuff. They think that they're actually towing the middle lane, which they're not. All right, there are certain people and groups that they do not go after. There are certain people and groups, blacks and Jews, I'm just going to say that, who are protected. These certain people who want to keep their place, but still want the opportunity to just push everybody else down. That's what they're doing. All right? That's what they want. Now, I'm not a Democrat. All right? I'm not a centrist. I'm not a political kind of guy. If you give me a certain argument, I'm going to go straight down the middle with it and tell you the way it is. I don't include politics in it. I don't include race in it. I don't include, whatever political issues that exist in the environment in that. I don't do any of that stuff. That's not what I do. All right. I'm the kind of guy who thinks if you got a race card, either everybody gets a race card or nobody gets a race card. Okay. If you get in a party, either everybody gets in a party or nobody gets in a party. All right. If you get to eat, either you give everybody a piece or nobody gets a piece. That's what I am. That's who I am. All right. Fairness to all humanity, not just fairness to some parts of humanity, not just fairness to certain groups and stuff like that, which the Republicans do. They do. They think that they're just, they think that they're fair about things. But if you really think about it, these groups are in it for the interest of their own race or group. Most of the time, their own race. All right? And they won't go after certain groups, but they'll go after other groups that they can get away with. Just cowardly. Just cowardly. All right? Watch my video on Shane Gillis. The whole group of comedians in Hollywood, they're just hypocrites. The whole group of entertainers in Hollywood, they've been hypocrites. For the last 20 years, there has been certain groups using the media as their own personal promotion of their racial agenda, group agenda, etc., etc. Blacks, Jews. I'm going to keep on saying that because, that's just the way it has been over the last 20 years. All right. And you got these groups trying to keep other groups from their agenda, which is wrong. Okay. You can't do that. You just should not be doing that. It's just hypocritical. All right. If you got your piece of the pie the last 20 years from doing what these other groups have patterned themselves on doing, don't complain. Don't complain. If you're going to complain, at least just admit it. Saying, at least come out and admit, I'm for team this. I'm for team black. I'm for team Jew. All right, just admit that. Just admit that. Now, I don't have any particular. I don't have anything against Jews or blacks, but the way I've seen it over the last 20 years, both these groups have gotten way more than what they deserve. And while just bashing the shit out of other groups in this country, and you have them taking sides at this point with white people trying to bash every other group down, so that they keep their place. That's what it's about. All right. I've always said in all my videos that the race war is in the media because people who say it's just jokes, it's just a cartoon, they're just movies, it's just, okay, it's a message. They're sending out messages. And it's like when a company buys up, ads for commercials and stuff like that. The Super Bowl, $3 million for a Super Bowl ad. They're not in the realm of entertainment. They're in the realm of sending a message. All right? If you've been sending your message through the environment for the last 20 years and brainwashing people for the last 20 years, don't hate on other people for trying to do the same thing. Don't hate on other groups for trying to do the same thing, because you are a fucking hypocrite if you do it. And every single one of these people know what the fuck I'm talking about, but they'll freaking lie to themselves and say that, they'll go on they'll try to change it to a different lane, change you. They'll try to tell you, oh, you're stupid. Stop with the caps lock. What are you talking about? Like, look, stuff I'm posting up, these videos and stuff. Hey, a 5-year-old can understand this, okay? If a 5-year-old can understand this and you can't, I'm not trying to explain it to you. All right, I'm not trying to lead a horse to water. I'm not trying to explain things to a retard. I'm just not. All right, you're not worth it. You're not worth my time. I mean, do I wish that I don't have to put up these videos? I really do wish I didn't have to put up these videos. All right, I really do, because it takes my time. It takes time on my day. But I just want to. I'm putting this out there to tell the truth about how the media in general exists for certain groups to send out a message about their agenda. And nothing is just a joke. Nothing is just a cartoon. Nothing is just a scene. Nothing is just a movie. You're sending out a message to impressionable people, not kids, impressionable people, because most people are fucking robots. They're robots. And this is where the programming happens, is when they sit and they watch TV, movies, and stuff like that. This is where the programming happens. I know, all right? I've seen this country changed over the last 20 years to the point where I am amazed that they flipped everything upside down. 20 years, they flipped so many things upside down. All right? And this includes the whole interracial agenda that's been happening, that I've been seeing. Like 20 years ago, if you were a black dude and you try to talk to a white chick, an ugly ass white chick, your ass would get the dirtiest look at the very least. But these days, 20 years of brainwashing kind of changed that, okay? Also, this thing I'm seeing with like black and whites, you know, taking the same position. I'm like, 20 years ago, you guys wouldn't even be talking to each other. That, you know, you dudes would be looking at each other, just, you know, sitting differently, different places and stuff like that. You guys wouldn't be a whole grouping thing. You guys that wouldn't exist. And what happened? 20 years of media brainwashing happened. Obama happened, which was brainwashing pretty much, okay? Which is pretty much brainwashing, all right? Brainwashing. Nothing changed, all right? Did you see the black crime rate change? You know, rape rates, crime rates, you know, fatherless rate. None of those changed. Every single thing is the way it was statistically 20 years ago, except for the fact that the media has pretty much brainwashed people, you know, brainwash people with a certain agenda that didn't include everybody. It didn't include everybody. It was inclusive of maybe 2 groups. Wasn't inclusive of everybody. In fact, not only was it not inclusive, they actually went out their way to bash the shit out of other groups. But you guys can't do that anymore. It's 2019. All right, social media exists. People are able to get together now, call you out on it. So whatever it is you guys think you guys got going, where you guys go and bash people for being snowflakes, social justice warriors, you know, etc., you guys got a thing coming. All right, you know, it's not 2's a party, 3's a crowd anymore. There's at least 10 other groups that want to party, and you guys can't keep 10 groups out. You guys might be able to keep 1 group out. You guys ain't gonna be able to keep 10 groups out. So too bad, okay? But on top of that, all you morons, fuck you. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But you pretend like you're stupid. Fuck you.